Konnichiwa minna. Hello everybody. In this video, I will be talking about Union Arena because I really do enjoy this TCG. It is a lot of fun, very casual, which is something that I really enjoy. So I want to talk about the Bleach set, the Thousand Year Blood War arc, which I really do like Bleach, specifically the Thousand Year Blood War arc because it is really, really cool. So I think this is volumes 1 and 2. So I'm not going to go through every single card like in this set because this video would be way too long. But if you guys would like to see more of these types of videos from me, definitely subscribe down below. So let's get started. So starting off with the yellow cards, which is basically all of the Stern Ritters, which is really, really cool. So here is the first one. Yeah, so here's the first Stern Ritter. Um, Ian Byrne. So I think that's the first one that we see like in the first episode of the show. So really, really cool. And then of course I really do like Has Note. So this is the Stern Ritter. He was facing against Rukia, and then we get to see Rukia and her Bankai, which is super cool because Soto no Shinayuki is my favorite Zanpakuto spirit and Zanpakuto in general. And I'm really, really happy that Rukia has gotten a Bankai because she definitely deserves it for sure. So then we have, I think that's Basturbine. I think that's her name. Yeah, Bambietta Basturbine. So she is raid. So when played, if it's your turn, choose one of your resting characters on your opponent's front line and sideline it. So really, really good card. Being able to get rid of characters from your opponent's, I think it's front line. Yeah, really, really good. And then of course we have Yuha. So he's basically like the Quincy Jesus in Bleach. So he is also raid, and then damage times two, which means I think he swings for two damage. So when played, choose up to one raid card on your opponent's front line and place it on the sideline, or you could choose up to one character with 3,000 or less BP on your opponent's front line and sideline it. So it sounds really, really cool, and I really do like the artwork of this card. Super cool. And then I think this is Wakamundo. No, so this is the Steel Burn. So really, really cool looking card. I like it. So next we're going to be going into the purple cards. So we have, so I think this is most of the Soul Reapers, I believe. Even though Horihime is not a Soul Reaper, but really, really cool artwork. When played, return one of your other characters on the field with one or less required energy to your hand. If you cannot, return this character to your hand. Yeah, so it seems like most of the purple cards. Yeah, it seems like most of the purple cards are Soul Reapers because we have Mr. Hattenclogs or Kisuke Urahara. He used to be a Soul Reaper. Really, really cool character. Like I really do like Kisuke. He's definitely one of my favorites. And then we have, I guess this is the secret rare. So, like the one thing I do like about the Union Arena TCG is that like a lot of the secret rares are really, really cheap, which I like because you can't really say the same thing with One Piece or Digimon. You really can't say that with those card games, but with this card game you can. So, really, really cool artwork. I like it. And then, of course, all of the Ichigos, the main character of this series. So, of course, you're going to have a whole bunch of secret rares. So, here's this one. Looks really, really cool. And then here's, I think that's the signed one. Yeah, that's going to be worth a pretty penny. Really, really cool looking card, but all the signed cards are going to be really, really expensive. And then here's another one. Then we have Renji. I really do like Renji. Definitely one of my favorite characters. And then, of course, we have this secret rare of Renji, which I will say This artwork just looks absolutely awesome. So, like, I'm mostly going to be talking about the artwork, not so much like the meta or like the effects, because I'm not really good at talking about the meta. Like, I don't know what's good, like in the Union Arena TCG. So, I'm just going to talk about the artwork. I can read some of the effects. Activate main. So, once per turn, this character gains damage times, I think that's damage times two. When this character like attacks and deals direct damage, deal 2 damage instead until the end of the turn. So that's good how they explain how this damage stuff works. And then of course, it is a raid, which basically what raid cards are is that you evolve it on top of like the same character. So for this situation, you evolve it into a Renji, and then you get to move it up to the front line and then attack. So really, really cool. That could snag your games right there. And then we have Byakuya, yeah, Byakuya Kuchiki, which is Rukia's brother. Yeah, really, really cool looking card. I love Byakuya Kuchiki, definitely one of my favorite characters. And I also do like his Zanpakuto as well. Zenbon Zakura, which is basically like a bunch of cherry blossoms, but not really. Like it's basically like a bunch of blades, but it looks like cherry blossoms. So I really do like his Zanpakuto a lot. And then his Bankai, Zenbon Zakura Kageyoshi, is basically like his Shikai but on crack. But really, really cool. He's definitely one of my favorites. Yeah, so here's some of the secret rares because we have to have a secret rare Byakuya Kuchiki. I mean, we have to have that. Really, really cool. And then of course we have Rukia, definitely one of my favorite characters. I love Rukia as a character. We see her in episode one, when she just pops into Ichigo's room, which is funny. And then just seeing her grow just as a character, having a Bankai now is just super cool. So here is some of the secret rares of Rukia. Like I really do like the artwork of this one. Really cool. And then here's another one. Yeah, I think that's her like about to draw her Zanpakuto. And then of course we have like the sketch art of Rukia like in the back, which is super cool. I like that. So like it kind of looks really, really similar of like the Bleach data books, which I'll show you one. Like I don't know, like if you could see this, but like in the back of the data book, you see like some sketch artwork of Ichigo. You probably can't see it because like it is in silver, but in real life, it looks really, really cool. So it kind of reminds me of that, which is super cool. Oh yeah, like and here's the front of it. Really, really cool. I love these data books. I would love to get more of these in the future. They just look so cool. And then of course, I think this is Soy Phone. Yeah, so here's Soy Phone. Probably one of my least favorite characters. I'm not like the biggest fan of Soy Phone. Like, yeah, yeah, like her techniques are really, really cool. I really do like her Zanpakuto, Suzumi Bachi, and then her Bankai is basically like a giant missile, basically, which is cool. But she's not really the nicest character in the world, like unless you're Yoruichi. Like she treats her lieutenant, Horatio, like crap, and that's why I really don't like Soifone. Like I just don't like characters that are just a jerk to like their lieutenant and like their subordinates and stuff. Like that's not nice, Soifone. Like be nice to your lieutenant, be nice to your subordinates. Like if I was a captain in the Bleach universe, I would totally be a very, very nice person. Oh yeah, so here's Byakuya Kuchi's Bankai. Scatter, Zenbone Zakura, Kageyoshi. And then you get this, yeah, this this beautiful artwork, I will say. That's very deadly. So yeah. You gotta be careful with Byakuya Kuchiki. Like he will mess you up, like for sure. Like what he did to Renji, like in the Soul Society arc. Because that was a crazy episode. It's definitely one of my favorite episodes from like the original Bleach days. And then, of course, we have, I think that's Captain Unahana, Captain of Squad 4 with Minazuki, which basically her Zanpakuto turns into a giant stingray. Yeah, I miss Unahana. Rest in peace. Great fight between her and Kenpachi. She's part of the original Kenpachi. But yeah, like Hunahana, like it was interesting seeing her. Like when we first see her, she's very, very nice. She's very, very nice to her lieutenant. Oh, what's her lieutenant's name? Um I totally forgot her lieutenant's name. Yeah, but she was really, really nice to her lieutenant. She kind of has like that motherly figure and just really, really nice. And then all of a sudden with the Thousand Year Blood War, she just went like berserker mode, particularly with Kenpachi. So yeah, that was definitely crazy. But rest in peace to Unahana. She will be missed. And then here's the secret rare. Here we go. Yeah, so here's the secret rare of Unahana. Really, really cool artwork, I must say. But yeah, here's Hunahana when she changed. She went from like this motherly figure to like I'm gonna wreck your crap, basically. So here's her. Yeah, you don't want to mess with her. So she goes from that, and then before then, um, she was like this. Yeah. And then we have Shusui Koaku, the captain of squad. What was he the captain of? I can't remember. But like he was a captain. Well, like he still is actually, but here's him, Shusui Koaku, that has that dual bladed Zanpakuto, which is cool. Him and Hukitake are the only, I guess, Bleach characters. Well, like also Hichigo, but he's one of the three characters in the Bleach universe that has a dual bladed Zanpakuto, which is pretty cool. And then we have Sanjin Komamura, which he's also another one of my favorite characters. Very, very sweet captain. He's just as nice as Captain Hunahana. Yeah, so really, really cool character. I love Sanjin Komamura. Very, very sweet to his lieutenant. Well, used to be lieutenant until he betrayed him with Aizen. But yeah, I think his name is Kaname Tosen. So yeah, that is that is a stab in the back for sure. And then we have Kenpachi Zaraki, captain of Squad 11, Nozarashi. The fight between him and Hunahana, just crazy, really crazy. But I really do like the artwork of this card. And then I also really do like Kenpachi Zaraki. He's definitely one of my favorite characters, even though you got rid of another one of my favorite characters, but he's still one of my favorites. I also do like the fight between him and Ichigo. That was pretty cool. So then we have Toshiro. I really do like Toshiro. He's definitely one of my favorites. Um, I also do like his Zanpakuto, Hyurimaru. And then I also do like his Bankai, which is Diagood and Hirimaru, which basically he has like the ice wings. He has the ice claws. Just really, really cool. Like I wish he would have done more. Like what was really cool is when Toshiro got turned into a zombie and he was fighting Yumachika. Really, really good episode because I think that was like the most cool Toshiro was like no pun intended, but that was like the most cool as a character is that when he turned into a zombie and he was fighting Yumachika. And then we have Shinji that has the weird Zanpakuto where like if you hit something from the left, you're actually hitting him from the right. It's a very Very wonky Zanpakuto. Once again, I do love the sketched art of of Shinji, like on the side of the card. It just looks super cool. And then we have Shigakuni Yamamoto Genryusai. I think that's his whole name, actually. Let's see if I'm correct. Yes, Shigakuni. Oh, Genryusai Yamamoto. So I almost had it. Not quite. So there he is. Ryujin Jaka is his Zanpakuto, which is basically like a fire, yeah, like a fire based Zanpakuto. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I do like fire based Zanpakutos. They're cool. And then his Bankai is really really cool, where he has like north, south, east, and west. He has that kind of Bankai, and then he can basically just resurrect people from the dead that he has gotten rid of over the years. Now that is really really cool. Look, and that's why I love Bleach. Bleach is just a really, really cool series. I highly recommend that you check out Bleach app. Such a cool series. And then, of course, we have all of the action points, which I will say the action points just looks really, really cool. I really want a play set, which is three, for the action points, because you can only have three action points. I want the action point of this one, of Byakuya Kuchiki, with his Zenbone Zakura, like in the background. That just looks really, really cool. I definitely want a play set of that. And then, of course, the Toshiro. I really want to play a set of that because I really do like the artwork of this action point. I think that looks really, really cool. Actually, I really want to play a set of all of these, but I guess like my favorites would have to be the Byakuya Kuchiki, Toshiro. And then here's all of the full arts. Just so beautiful. We have Byakuya Kuchiki, Kisuke Urahara, Renji Abarai, um, Kiraku, Kenpachi Zaraki, Toshiro, Shinji, and then there's Bukatake, part of the Soul King, um, who's very sickly, which really makes me sad. Um, when Hugitake goes through those six stages, it's just really really sad. But yeah, here's the other action point of Ichigo, and then I think this is like the pre-release stuff, so I can quickly go through that. Just skim through that. That's just all of like the pre-release stuff. Like you know how Bandai is, like before a new game comes out, they have like the pre-releases and stuff. Like more so card stores can like spread the word of the game and with the demo decks and stuff like that. So that's basically what all that's about. Here's more of the action points, which looks really really cool. Yeah, some of the pre-release stuff, or maybe it's some of like the promos, like the event promos or binder promos that are really really good to put in your binder. Shuhei Hisagi with with his Zanpakuto Wind Kazashini, which is basically like a scythe blade, which is pretty cool. Even though he's not like the biggest fan of his Zanpakuto, because I think he said to Findor Carius, which he's one of the Espada, he said he's not like the biggest fan of his Zanpakuto because it reaps lives and that goes against his morals and stuff. And then, like, if you watch like the Zanpakuto Rebellion, where we get to see a lot of Zanpakuto spirits, um, he really does not get along with his Zanpakuto. I think they actually fight each other. Actually, like if my memory serves me correct, like it's been a while since I've seen the Zanpakuto Rebellion, but yeah. And then of course here's Rukia's Bankai. Really really cool. Like her sword literally turns into ice, which is like really really cool. And then here's some more of the action points, which looks really, really cool. Yeah, so I think this is volume two. So now we're getting into like the volume two stuff. So I guess you could say the yellow cards are basically like uh the Quincy's. They're basically all of the Quincy's, including Uryu. Um, he now becomes a Quincy now, which is cool. Like as he should be because he's been a Quincy since the very beginning. I mean, he's born a Quincy. So what I really do like about the show is that we get to see more of Uryu, which is nice. So more Renji, more Byakuya, and then Yodoichi. I love Yodoichi. She's definitely one of my absolute favorite characters. So, like, if you guys do not know, she turns into a black cat. Then she turns into a black woman, and then I really like how she goes into like her final form, which she basically turns into a Thundercat. And seeing her fight Askin is just really really cool to watch. Then we have Mayuri. Yeah, Mayuri is just such a nutcase. That's all I gotta say. Such a nutcase. Then we have Nemu Kuretsuchi, which is Mayuri's daughter, which rest in peace to her. Yeah, so here's Rukia's Bankai. Haka no Togame. So that is the name of her Bankai, which I will say, Rukia looks absolutely beautiful in her Bankai. Just super cool. Really, really cool. All right, last page. Just lots of beautiful cards, which is one of the reasons why I love this card game. This is probably my favorite card game right now. Um, yeah, love Union Arena. Love this card game so much. And then, of course, we're going to end it off with probably my favorite action point ever, which is Rukia in her Bankai, her Haka no Togame. Just, yeah, such a beautiful, beautiful action point. I love it. Just so cool. So we're probably just going to end the video right here on this beautiful action point. So, yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this video down below. So, yeah, what are your favorite cards in the Bleach set? I would love to know. So, yeah, guys, I will see y'all next time. Matane. Bankai.